Show Live Cooper's Corner. We're live this evening. This is December the 4th. December the 4th, holy moly. Christmas is right around the corner. We've just had Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and that you did remember the veterans. I've let that program play because we have on the program this evening some people that are very, very concerned about veterans. They are in touch with or have people in their family that are veterans, and they came a long distance to be on this program. And I'm very happy for that. The work that they do is remarkable, and they are remarkable people for what they do, kindness and gentleness of heart and soul, and they are just wonderful. And I also would like to mention that Vic Walter, he is our staff member, what can I say? Manager, what?
Cameraman, producer.
He does everything here. And Vic received an award from the City of Highland Park, and it said City of Highland Park awarding city employees in recognition of your dedication, passion, and hard work, Vic Walter. And it's signed by Gita Nukarian, and she's the city manager. And I'm going to hold that up and show you. I'm so proud of Vic. Mm-hmm. He is a wonderful young man, and I've been doing this 35 years, and he's been, well, he's not quite there yet, but he has been there, I know Vic, for about the last 18, 20 years. And he was up in Zion at the time, at the studio up there, and I had to bring my stuff up to Zion. He's wonderful. He is terrific. Whatever you need, he's right there to help you. And I'd like to give him some accolades for helping out and doing everything, and thank the city for recognizing him and at least giving him the award that he deserves. Mm-hmm. It's not bronze, but it's a good start, and we want to thank them because they can see that he is indeed a very hard worker. So thank you to Vic Walter and all the work that he does, and thank you to the City of Highland Park for recognizing him. He really is a wonderful young man, wonderful young man. Okay, that's number one. And number two is, I don't know if you remember or not, that we had Alice Byrne on the program. Alice was an Army nurse. She was a WAC. She is 98 years old and speaks her mind and tells it like it is. And she just sent me this, and it's a living, let's see, this is Cedar Community up in Wisconsin, serving country and community. And this is Alice Byrne. She took 2 pages, 2 pages of her history, and wonderful lady. We're going to get more of the story with Alice, and she is a wonderful go-getter. She just does not sit still. She is 98 and continues to be all the strength and maturity and vim and vigor that anybody could be. Does not have age keep her down. She's wonderful. I'm just going to read this one little paragraph and then we're going to move on. This is a passion for learning, and that's Alice Byrne. Alice Byrne, Cedar Community Assisted Living resident, graduated with a master's degree in nursing in 1944 from Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio. It was about 60 miles from where she grew up in Canton, Ohio. Her quote is, "I was able to attend college with financial help from the Daughters of the American Revolution and a local women's group, I felt like the luckiest girl in town, says Alice. After college graduation, she was working in a university hospital when she saw a local newspaper headline which read, quote, Congress to draft nurses. The military was expecting a lot of casualties from the war in the South Pacific, and Alice figured she wanted to join. Besides, she come in as a second lieutenant
Oh,
instead of a private. Smart girl, Alice. Oh, this is Alice
Way to
Byrne.
go.
Oh my God, yes, ma'am. She's excellent. She's excellent. Okay, so we're going to do more on this next week because we have Arlene, Lolly, and Caitlin, who is Girls Nation, and that would pertain a lot to the veterans and that service. So on this evening's program, these ladies are sitting very calmly, and I want to thank you very much. We have Mary Comedy, and Mary is the Midwest Veterans Closet Executive Director. Remember, we kept talking about, the Veterans Closet, and to give coats and to give whatever you could give. And this is Mary to my direct left. And then we've got Carrie Price, and she's the manager.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carrie.
You're welcome. Thank you for having
And
us.
she is the Midwest Veterans Closet manager. And then coming up on the program, we're going to have a Navy veteran who is only, what is it, Russ, 29 years old? Did you say 29? Oh, we had another birthday. Oh, I'm so sorry. He's
Lucky
Korea veteran, 54, 57, Russ McCann, U.S. Navy, and he also helps out. He is an Illinois resident that drives all the way up, to Wisconsin.
25 miles each way.
Wherever they, it's just incredible, and he's been doing it for years. So without any further ado, and I so thank you for allowing me to take your time so that I could read about these ladies. Mary and Carrie, sounds like good names.
Right. We also have a Larry, Gary,
Terry.
Terry.
And we're looking for a Harry.
Yeah, we're looking for a Harry. Not too hairy, though.
You girls make me laugh. We need some laughter.
Yeah.
Kids. We need some laughter. So, without any further ado, let me have Mary talk about the Veterans Midwest Closet and how you got started, how long you've been doing this, and just who is your group? What is the area that you handle? And be prepared, Carrie. It's for you too.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So thank you, first of all, for having us. It's
my
an honor
pleasure.
to be here.
My pleasure.
It's an honor to be here, even though it's my bedtime. But
Me too. But
Yeah.
I'm on the air.
so the Midwest Veterans Closet was founded in 2014. We started in a landscaping trailer, and which quickly filled up with goods because folks are very generous and want to serve our veterans and our active duty military. And we were in a remote area. We were at the Freedom Farm for Veterans in Wadsworth.
Oh.
And those that needed our service couldn't get to us.
It means the transportation. We always run into
it's
that problem.
always the transportation.
Transportation.
So we were offered a small office type rental,
Okay.
which we took, and we got 3 months free rent because we didn't have a penny when we began. And here we are 6 years later, and we're serving over 550 a month,
month.
probably half active duty and half veterans.
Oh, wow.
So we are a rapid response resource organization, which means that when they present themselves, they can get food, clothing, housewares, boots, coats, shoes.
And winter is here. We're
yeah.
lucky there's no snow yet, but you have families and children and mothers and
Lots of them.
that need
Yes.
winter clothing.
Yes, and even young moms whose husband is deployed come
active.
to our Food and Nutrition Resource Center.
What? How do they have to present themselves to you to be able to get the
So they need
merchandise?
to show an ID
Okay.
so that we know that they are a veteran or active duty military,
Okay.
and they are able to have all of your donations for free.
That's what I
Yeah,
wanted.
and they shouldn't have to pay for
I-
anything. They are paying. They
Yeah.
have paid.
Yeah, I didn't want, the only reason that I gave that, I mean, is I kept telling everyone, I don't want to pay some executives,
Right.
way. I want the veterans to benefit whatever, and the stuff that I gave, brand new, still have the tags
Oh
on
yeah,
them.
we get a lot.
Purses, shoes.
Right.
I had an operation on my foot doesn't fit the shoe any. Brand new shoes, tags, everything's still
Yes.
on them. Let them have it, let whatever they
Right.
need. I mean, God bless and whatever.
Right.
I mean, this flag stands here because I have one son in the Army, one son in the Navy. They're veterans because they were overseas, combat veterans. And Barbara Zagovite, she was the one who was able to get that for me. And I so appreciated that because we all work together. I belong to the Women's Auxiliary of the American Legion, 145. So
Here in Highland Park?
Here in Highland
Okay,
Park.
great.
So we're very active with whatever we can do for the veterans. I guess you.
We need you.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad somebody does.
We need you. We have plenty of volunteer opportunities.
Thanks. It's it's the fact that people provide service. Those that have served overseas, they were willing to give their life for their country.
Right.
And the least that we can do is give them whatever we can do for them, food or merchandise, whatever.
Well, everyone can serve in some
Clothing.
capacity.
Yes, yes.
And sometimes people will come with, like today, a lady came with one bag of dog food,
That was-
and others will come with a truckload of donations. So it's whatever anyone can do, and whatever we get, we're happy to have, and it's always the right time.
And that was what I wanted to ask you is how are the families that have pets, how are they received? Because they have to eat too.
Well, not only pets, but service dogs,
Service
therapy dogs, comfort dogs. So we have a canine coat drive going on right now,
Oh, how nice.
and we have gotten them in the past shipped and mailed to us from all over the country.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been really great, and it's just, it warms your heart to
Oh, it
have
does indeed.
a soldier come in with a war dog, and we're able to give them food or a coat or a
coat to wear.
leash or right.
While we're talking, why don't you give the phone number or address or whatever that you need or they need to be able to connect with you, even your email.
Right. So we're located at 2323 Green Bay Road in North Chicago. So we're just a few blocks from the Captain James A. Lovell VA
Oh, the hospital.
and the Great Lakes Naval Base. So we get folks from heroes from
So people can
active duty and veterans.
so people can come and drop it off or
Right.
whatever. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and your
So our phone number is, the main number is 847-354-2108.
okay.
And my email is mary.carmody@midwestveteranscloset.org, which is also our website.
Oh, the
So
website,
for further
wonderful.
information, right, and Facebook, we try to be daily activity, post our daily
Good.
activities. So there's lots of photos and information on Facebook as well.
Good, good. Carrie, you're very quiet. Well,
She's ready.
Time to talk, babe. So,
Yes, ma'am.
your position there as manager, I mean, are you the one that goes through all this stuff, or?
Yes, ma'am. I go through all of the things,
Oh.
everything, and plus I have volunteers that help.
How nice.
Lots of volunteers that come in and help us each and every day.
Oh.
And so we sort between 50 to 25 bags a day or more. And I enjoy doing it because it's a lot of stuff that the veterans need. And I wanted to give my phone number also.
Okay.
My phone number is 1224-412-1411.
And the bags that you sort, I mean, are they marked? I mean, how do you know what's men or what's women?
Sometimes they are marked, sometimes not. So a lot of times when a donor come, I ask them, if is this
For women, for men?
kitchenware, or
Chicken-
children's wear, men's wear, or ladies wear. I like to ask, that way I know what's in the bags, and sometimes I mark the bags if I don't get a chance to go through them. But normally, with our volunteers, we normally get through everything throughout the day.
And you said kitchenware.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Tell me.
We need kitchenware, pots and pans.
Housewares.
Housewares. Pots and pans, we need microwaves, we need toasters, we need coffee pots. Well, we had a lot of coffee pots already, but they didn't got low. We need lots of silverware. We need a lot of that. Not so much a lot of Tupperware because people don't like to take it. You know, the Tupperware that's been used.
Well, all the merchandise is usually washed,
Yes,
so
yes,
that
ma'am.
would be, you know, if they just put some bleach in there and hot water, they wash it out. It's still usable. It's okay. But you said feed them. You have an area for pantry that you could.
We have a Food and Nutrition Resource Center, which is a more dignified name for a food pantry,
pantry.
for our military,
Okay.
because really, why should they be waiting in line for food?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So we serve over 550 military heroes a month.
Now, do you just? Is it like a room? Do they go in and choose what they want? Or you
Right, we're
can-
client choice, so they can shop for what they want. It's a 500 square foot room, maybe a little less than half the size of this room.
Okay.
And we have a couple carts and kind of like a 7-Eleven, a little smaller than like a 7-Eleven.
Is this only canned goods or
Oh no,
fresh?
we have fresh produce.
Fresh produce.
Yeah, fresh produce, canned goods, breads, cereals. Cereals are really important because when the children come in, oftentimes they'll cry for a box of cereal, and it's so expensive that parents probably can't afford it. So when they come to our food room, it's exciting when they can, mom and dad can say yes, and everybody's happy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What's the best seller? Which one? What do they like? Fruit Loops or what is
Well,
it?
they like the sugary stuff.
Oh well, that's
Yeah, all
Froot
kids
Loops.
do.
Oh yeah. Nobody's going to buy oatmeal.
Right,
but,
right. They're not going to beg for oatmeal.
No oatmeal. So Carrie, do you meet these people face to face?
Yes,
or?
ma'am. I know every client that walked through that door
Really?
by their names.
And they've been coming to you guys for what, 6 years? Mm-hmm. Now, what happens? Do you help them get on their feet, and then they go to an apartment, or?
Yes, we help them get on
housing?
their feet. We used to have a warehouse with furniture in it, but we kind of lost that. We used to supply all of their furniture for them. We used to go and help set up their apartments for them.
Ah.
So we don't have the warehouse no more for the furniture.
Dishes. What about dishes?
Yes,
Oh,
we
yeah.
have
Glass dishes or plastic dishes? What's your?
Everything.
everything. Everything.
So we're a homeless prevention organization,
This
really,
is good.
because, and they tell us that, because they can come and get food.
Get
Right
what they
now,
need.
they can get a
Clothing.
winter coat and boots and gloves and hats that they don't have to buy, so they can pay their rent.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're crying every day with someone, every day. There's a lot of really tearful stories.
You know,
So in the last 5 months, we have distributed in our small place 28,648.4 pounds of food. I just did the data.
incredible. Now, do you get this merchandise from stores
Some.
or the manufacturers? How do you do that?
Not so much manufacturers, but stores
The
will
stores.
call. Organizations, corporations, a lot of drives. Like AbbVie
Yeah.
is very generous. They'll host drives often throughout the year for us.
So they know, do they come like every day, every week? You know what to expect on a Monday or a Friday?
Right.
Or
It's whatever we have.
are you there 7 days a week?
5 days.
5 days a
5
week?
days a week.
So what happens if somebody is in need Saturday or Sunday?
Often we would go meet them.
So they could call.
Well, they could call, but after 5 days, we don't have a
Heck of
big
a lot.
staff or a staff, so our volunteers are tired by the end of the week. It's a
Sure.
lot of work. I mean, 50 bags a day sometimes.
What time do you start?
So we're open from 9:30 to 4.
Okay. A lot of dragging and
A lot.
Preparing and
Yes.
so the doors are open.
And the old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be,
Hey,
you know?
well, do we know this ever so well, kid? I can speak for that.
Yeah,
account.
right.
But do you? What if somebody comes in new? How does it start? I mean, they come in the door. Do you just say help yourself, or do you show them around? How do you do that?
Yeah, it depends.
They come to me first before they go to the pantry because they have
Okay.
to have an ID and a slip to take with them over there before they can receive any food.
Okay,
And
We're
they have
not
to-
computerized, so we still
you're writing.
use paper, yeah.
I do that too.
Yeah.
I'm not computerized. I have a. It's taken me a while to be able to catch on. I'm not of that generation. What can I say? I just wanted a phone to say hello. Now the phone has got a,
Yeah, right.
Somebody on the other side of the world. I mean,
But the pantry is open 3 days a week. They need to know that. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Friday. Okay. What if they? All right. So, what if they are in need of a hot meal? Then what do? Can you show them
Well,
where?
we have a microwave there.
Yeah, we
heat the-
can't cook though.
We can't cook though, but we have a microwave
We can
there.
give groceries,
Okay.
but we're not a soup kitchen.
Okay.
That's different.
Okay. Okay. Does the military help out in any way, shape, or form? I mean, do they say, we have this group called the Midwest Veterans Closet to a veteran coming in or whatever. Go there and you can give them a voucher or whatever. I mean, is anybody sent to you from the VA or anything?
So the VA homeless program buses those in the shelter over every Thursday for things that they need. Not food because they eat there, but
Sure.
clothing and
Yeah. And from Jesse Brown. They come from Jesse Brown.
Jesse Brown, yeah,
Chicago.
and Heinz
Really?
in
Yes, ma'am.
Chicago,
Oh, my.
and Thresholds in Chicago.
Thresholds, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
the city of Chicago has even called us for assistance for some of their veterans. So, go figure.
Listen, you've made
Send
it,
some
Mary.
cash to help us out.
Mary, you
pay our
know
rent.
you've made it when the Chicago's got to call
Right,
you. Let me
right.
tell you, this is. Carrie, the age grouping on your people coming in, from what age would you say to what age?
Well, I would say in their 30s and up.
Birth.
And
Age
up?
group is birth
Birth.
to 99.
Oh, yeah, birth, yes. I'm sorry. I didn't understand what you had said.
The group of people that you've got, the age grouping that come in there. So you would
Yeah,
have
birth to
clothes
99.
from, a new baby.
Oh, yeah.
And then somebody.
Newborn.
Tell the story.
Newborn.
From newborn
Oh, wow. Okay.
on up to
99.
99.
99.
So 99 is our World War II veteran, Miss Lorraine,
Yeah.
who is a client and now is a friend of ours, and
at
we
that.
even deliver to her.
Yeah.
Isn't that?
She lives alone, and she is mentally and physically healthy. And
that.
what a girl! You should have her on.
Stamina.
Yeah.
Sounds like Alice Byrne.
I know. When you were reading that, I was thinking
Yeah.
about Miss Lorraine, but Miss Lorraine still lives in her own house.
Yeah.
She had to sell her home. She had 4 sons. One is mentally challenged, John, and so but he comes to see her, and her other son fell off a ladder.
Oh,
He was getting the leaves out of his gutter,
oh,
and
we
he
had
fell off
Yeah.
a ladder, and he became
someone
a
that happened to.
paraplegic.
Oh,
Young man.
yeah.
And he's married, and so he lives up there
Aw.
with his wife, and they had to sell their little farm, and she sold her house, and they're together. She's dynamite, and I imagine.
Oh yeah, we had a 99 October. Her birthday is Halloween, so we had a birthday party for her, and we packed the place. And she said it was just rehearsal for next year.
Hey, she's really feisty lady.
Oh yeah.
Woo.
Oh yeah.
When you come on next time, you bring her
Oh
with.
yeah, we'll bring her.
You bring her with.
Yeah.
She is just dynamite.
Oh yeah,
my
she's great. You'd
goodness.
love her.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you'd love her.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Carrie, back to you again for a second. How is it you got involved? You said your brother is a veteran?
Well, one lives in Florida. He's still living, but the other one passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
One was in my sister. I have a sister. She's deceased. Yeah, so.
Because both of my brothers were Navy, and the older one is still around. The middle one is passed away, and they were both veterans, Navy. And Alan was in the Anacostia Naval Air Base up in Washington, D.C., and the other one went to Nova Scotia on a destroyer.
Oh wow.
And yeah, that was, let's see, I remember ironing the pleats
that?
on their back of the flap, and he would tell me you have to fold it this way, fold it that way, you know, just so I remember that. So it's got to be, it's about 9 years old.
Yeah.
So,
well, my brother that lives in Florida, I think he's in his 80s now.
yeah, my
And he was Air Force.
Oh,
and
Air
the other one that's deceased, he was Army.
Army,
Yes.
Air Force. Everybody put their time in. Everybody put their
Yeah.
time in.
And we thank them all for our freedoms.
Absolutely, absolutely, and we do, and they do appreciate the fact that you come up to them and tell them thank
yeah.
you for your service.
Yeah.
They like that.
Yeah.
They like that. They want to be known. They don't go out and be boisterous, but
Right.
they wear jackets or hats or
Right.
and,
To identify themselves.
Yeah, my husband has one, just like Russ has. A vest says Navy on the back of
Right.
it. So he was a radio operator on a P2V, and he's the one that's got the bird in his mouth with the submarine or whatever that is. And I don't know the insignia. All I know is that.
Oh, Russ will know. Pops will know that.
On the day we were supposed to get married, he showed up, at Glenview, and they said, "What are you doing here, Cooper? Aren't you supposed to get married?" He said, "Yeah, 5 o'clock." He said, "Get out of here!" So, yes, sir. Muster out. Get out.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to take a short break here, and we're going to come back with Russ McCann and I don't Mary or Carrie,
Carrie,
whichever
yeah,
one. Carrie,
Carrie.
very good. All right, so we want to thank you for staying by, and we'll be right back after this short notice. Thank you. 29, but you said a birthday.
I'm sure you had a birthday. I behave. I've been told to behave.
Look at Mary.
Oh, God, no. Look at-
We've returned and we're joined with Russ McCann. He is a Korean vet, 1954, 1957. That's when my brother went into the service in 54.
What?
Yeah, he went to the Navy also in 54.
I went through boot camp right up here at Great Lakes.
Great Lakes, yeah.
10 days after high school, Lane Tech in Chicago. I was up there.
He graduated Senn High School.
Oh, I know what that is.
So, yeah, on the north side. And so, yeah, I think he went to Great Lakes also.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now that's the only one we've got is Great Lakes.
Yeah. So, you went into the military,
Mhm.
and as a 10-year-old, because you're only, what, 29? 30, you just had a birthday.
30, I just had a birthday.
Just had a birthday,
Yes.
he's 30 years old. Give me a break here.
Okay.
And how did you get involved with the Midwest Closet?
My
Veterans Closet.
wife passed away. We were married 54 years, and of course they have the clothes in a closet there, and I couldn't get rid of them. Emotionally, I could not do that.
Yeah.
So, going down to all my doctors are at the VA hospital, North Chicago,
Okay.
Lovell, and I went by a veterans closet 2 or 3, 4 times before I decided I'm going to go in and see what it's about.
Okay.
I went in there. I was very impressed with what they do there. Okay, and I don't want to just give the clothes to anybody. I seen what they did, and it impressed me so much. That's how I got involved. I brought the clothes there between my doctors and what they said, do this, do this.
Yeah.
I did it, and it worked out fine. You know, big off my mind.
It's a heartbreak.
It's very hard, very hard.
I mean, I still had my father's coat. He's passed 40 years. I couldn't part with his
Good.
coat, of his glasses, his coat. Can't do it. Can't do it. But you found someplace you felt comfortable.
Oh, very comfortable.
Nice.
I wouldn't be there if I didn't feel comfortable. You know.
So you brought the clothes in, and I hear you are a wonderful volunteer.
Well, ask me, I'll tell you. Don't get me started, okay? They're all going to fall on the
They're
floor. They're not going to bring me here no more. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
So you live in Des Plaines,
Yes.
and you drive all the way
About
up
25 miles one way.
one way, 25 miles.
Mhm.
You do this once a week?
Well, it varies
Okay.
because I was also volunteering for other organizations.
Okay. You're
so
good.
I
You're a good
worked
guy.
them in, yeah.
You're a
From
good guy.
years ago, I volunteered for the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation.
Oh,
My wife and I started support groups. Then I volunteered with the Des Plaines Police Department
really?
with the program they had there.
Nice.
Okay, and then I got involved with the closet. Look, if it was just a social group, I would not be spending my time there.
Yeah.
A lot of good volunteers, a lot of good workers, good program.
Do good things for good people.
Yes,
That's good.
see, a lot of things you take for granted. You know, I was never taught that except with veterans. Okay, all gave some, but some gave all. Out of sight, out of mind. You just don't think about it.
Yeah. You guys are the best kept secret. As I tell you, I didn't know about the Veterans Closet. I really didn't. Till I connected with some other veterans from the VA, and they talked about it, a little bit of chatter back and forth. And I said, what the heck, really? Where is this? What is this? And I mean, you're talking to a mother
Yes, ma'am.
of 2 veterans, and both my brothers, my father was too young for the First World War and too old for the Second World War, and he worked at the for the trains. You know, he was loading trains, and they said we couldn't let him go
Right.
because you know
There's a need for that.
it was a need, you know. And so my uncles were Army, you know. So we are a family of many generations of veterans, military veterans. And so I, as a parent, as a mother, appreciate what everybody does because it could be one of my sons that's going to be receiving some of this. It could be any,
Yes.
And so I felt I'm going to do what I can do to help everybody else as well. And that's pretty much what we've done. And this program pretty much explains that over and over and over again. So you got started with this because of your wife's passing. I'm sorry to hear about that. So sorry. Are there any other members in your family that were military?
Oh yeah, my uncle and my dad, they were all, one uncle was Navy. All the rest, my dad, other uncles were all Army. In fact, the one uncle, he joined the Army. He went on base, he went AWOL. He left. He come back a day later. And they said, where you been? Well, he went and married my aunt before he went overseas. Okay, and they said, well, you got to leave, or we'll give you an option. Join the 101, and he's going to be a paratrooper.
Paratrooper.
And he said, okay, so he became a paratrooper. But,
Oh my God.
And
I mean, was he sworn in and he just took off, or?
yeah.
And there was no.
No, he just left, went off the base, and married my aunt, come back on like nothing happened, and but they gave him an option, he took the option. He wanted military,
He wanted military.
and that's where he was. My dad, they're all Army. I was the only one to break it and go to the Navy.
Yeah, my son David went Army, but everybody else is Navy.
See?
My husband was Navy Air Force. He was a flyer, so he's got its gold wings, and
Yeah.
so.
So I was only 17 when I went in the Navy.
See, well,
And of course, back in those days, where else you could get 30 days paid vacation a year? Where you going to start with that?
what's the saying? Join the Navy and see the world.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
I was aboard ship for 3.5 years.
Oh,
So I'm pretty much all over.
seasick. Oh.
But when I first started, yes, very seasick.
Oh.
But after that, it's hey, it was good for me. I gave up smoke. I never started smoking. So I went aboard ship, and the old timers smoking pipes. I loved the smell of that. One port we went in and went and bought a pipe, tobacco, and everything else. Went aboard ship. I was a big king. 17 years old. I couldn't keep it lit, so I gave it up. I haven't smoked since.
It sounds like my brother. Because we come from a family where the only one smoked was my father, but he wanted to be a big shot because everybody else.
They were doing it.
They were doing it. So he got a pipe. My father bought him a pipe, and my father bought him tobacco. And he said, "Sure, go ahead, Alan. Light up, do whatever you." And he did, and he
got
was
sick.
Green.
Yeah.
I mean, really green. You know what color green? This is red, green. And he didn't smoke after that. I mean, that was it. The oldest brother, he still smokes, but he learned his lesson. I mean,
I
he
did too.
got sick. That was it. Because every time he put that pipe in his mouth,
Reminds him.
it reminded him no more.
Well, but it's going back to the closet. If there was a social club, I would not be there.
Yeah.
Life's too short for that.
No.
I want to be where I can help people and get help. And the vets and the active duty, that's great.
So who have you met that you could talk about that you met at the closet, Veterans Closet?
Well, even some doctors come from the hospital. All my doctors are there.
Yeah.
And then, so I know a lot of people from being a patient at the hospital, and my attorney, he brings stuff there. Everybody brings stuff there,
Great.
The only thing I've got against them about the closet,
Oh.
I'm careful. Look at like I'm getting now. Hey, no. If they call me, come in looking for Russ,
Yeah.
I don't know who the heck they're talking about. Pops.
Pops.
What the heck? Between these people here, yeah, it comes with Pops.
They call you Pops. Is the reason why you got that name?
Because they don't know what they're talking about, these two. Anyhow, I answer to that now. They come and ask for Russ. I'm looking around, where's Russ? I don't know.
Russ?
But look, you get so much out of volunteering for them.
Yeah.
As other organizations, I'm not saying there's bad ones, but
Oh, no,
there are bad
no,
ones.
I understand.
But if you don't want to give the time and work and help, don't do it. But if you want some place to help to volunteer and to help out a need, that's great.
This is a need that you can see that's helpful. It's not that you're just giving and you just, I gave
No.
this and I don't see what's going on.
And I've been there a number of years. I would like to can I just give my one story? I take for granted, I never knew there were homeless veterans. I really did not know that.
Yeah, I
So-
saw them under bridges. That did it for me.
Yeah.
That was it.
But I just take a second of your time. I got to tell this story.
Sure.
It's things that you remember till you die.
Oh, yeah.
This guy come in here. It was wintertime. He looked for blankets. Well, we had a number of blankets. It's all donated. Everything's donated. I said, go over there, help yourself. He come back with 3 blankets. I said, sir, we're running short because we try to dish it out to as many as we can.
Oh, sure.
1 blanket. So it's okay. So he went and put 2 blankets back. He came back, and on a form he fills out, address, he puts down van. I said, no, where do you live, sir? In my van. Never dawned on me. I'm sorry, I get a little emotional about this one.
I know.
Anyways, then it comes down for his wife. Where's she at? Well, she's sleeping. Where's she sleeping? In the van. Then it dawned on me. I'm sorry. I said, I'll tell you what you do for me. Go back and get those blankets you took back. Any more you want, just take.
Help yourself.
Help yourself. When he left, I cried like a baby. I never met homeless vets before.
Oh, how terrible.
And I sent them back to put 2 back. But I didn't know at the time
You didn't know.
until he
No,
starts putting down
you didn't.
van.
Yeah, you didn't.
And you don't
No.
forget things like
No,
that.
you don't
never
forget.
forget that.
No, you don't.
And we've got so many homeless vets now that I met through the period of time I worked there. You're giving back to them. They earned it. It's not there for free. They've earned all this.
They've earned it. They were in, I mean, my sons are, they're suburban kids, never knew
You don't know about
active
that.
life. They don't know.
No.
Got shipped out to another country, another lifestyle.
Yeah.
I remember I mentioned on the air about Randy being in Iraq, and that the sand fleas were so bad that his ankles and his feet were all getting bit up with the
Yes,
sand fleas.
I've heard of that.
And so what they were doing is taking the dog collars, for the fleas and the dog collars, and putting them around their ankles in their boots so the sand fleas wouldn't bite them. And they needed baby wipes because the sand is so powdery. It's like powder. It's not like the sand we know from our desert. It's like powder, and it blows all over, and their faces just get caked with this. And a lady came up to me and she said, I saw you on cable TV, and she said, I'd like to give you this box of baby wipes for your son to send overseas. I was talk about teary-eyed. I mean, you don't realize that people do watch the program and they hear you and they see you and they want to help. They don't know how. Just give them some direction. If you need direction, all clothes that you don't need, this organization needs clothes from infancy to 99 years. Let's make it 100. Why? What's 1 year among friends?
Plus, we
please?
got we having a drive for brassieres,
Yep.
and we need them for sizes.
Yeah.
32, 34, 36, all the way up to 52,
Okay.
in all sizes.
And so these people hear you, they see you, they want to help, they don't know what to do, but she saw me in the store and she gave me this, and I shipped it out to him. I mean, that's what it was there for.
That's what it's for.
And he said it was incredible about the fact that the baby wipes helped because the sand was so dusty and powdery that it would cake on your face when you sweat.
Yes,
It would pick. So,
And we even sent out boxes for Brave overseas. Mary and I. Thursday.
oh wow. So, and Carrie, do you work in tandem with with Russ?
Yes.
Or
Oh,
you do-
God, please.
He's like my assistant.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Oh,
So
help me,
how many
Lord.
how many work in the store? We never even got that.
Oh, it's about maybe 15 volunteers that we have.
Okay.
But it varies, not all at one time.
Not every day though.
But the people
every-
the people that come in, you lead them, you hand.
She'll tell them where she wants
Take
them,
them
what they
around
want
to
to
show
I
do.
either ask them what they like to do, like to work in the men's department, the women's department, work on the books or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, so it varies.
Okay.
I like working in the women's department myself.
I bet you would. Well,
Come on.
what Navy guy wouldn't, like to
Hey,
work in the women's?
hey.
But I would love to thank all of them
Oh,
now, and all of the police departments from Winter Harbor to Mundelein, Lake Forest.
See,
I
all
don't
right.
want to leave nobody out, but all of them on the North Shore.
has the
The fire departments,
the fire departments? We can't forget
Yes.
them. Cannot forget them.
I want to thank them all.
Has the have the police department brought anybody into
They do coat drives for
the
us.
coat drives? Yeah, yeah. We got the coats upstairs. That's right here. Yeah.
Well, the nice thing about the volunteers in this program, if you can only volunteer one day, they'll take it. Volunteer 2 days, fine. It's not like you have to, certain days you gotta be there. If you can only volunteer 2 hours a day, they'll take it.
They'll take it.
Because
Whatever help.
Yes.
whatever help they need, they'll take. And they got to, but they do it.
So we need to tell the people, if we didn't make ourselves clear, this is not just a social organization. This is the Midwest Veterans Closet, and it's located in
2323 Green Bay Road, North Chicago.
2323 Green Bay Road, North Chicago.
A half a mile from the level.
It's half a mile from the Lovell facility. If you have any clothing material, please clean it, wash it, whatever you have to do. You don't have to iron it, but make sure it's clean. And if you just want to clean out your closets, stuff that's still hanging on hangers.
We need money too.
Yeah,
money.
well, everybody could help. That's
Good.
good for everybody.
Yeah.
But the money is pretty hard to tack on you when you
Yes,
need
ma'am.
to have the sweater and the coat.
Pay the rent.
Yeah, pay the rent. That's good too. So if you see this program, if you hear about this program, and you would like to volunteer, that's even better yet. But if you have clothing that you would like to bundle and put in those leaf bags and bring them there, and then volunteer, that would be wonderful. They also need housewares, glasses, dishes, silverware, pots, pans, canned goods. If you've got canned goods, make sure that they're current in timeline. Make sure that everything is not expired.
Right.
If you have shoes, it's winter now. Shoes, boots, stockings,
Coats,
coats,
hats, gloves.
hats, gloves, scarves. Think of what you would need if you were outside, and that's what other people need. So whatever you can do to help, we would greatly appreciate. And if you are a veteran and need their services, you can contact them at Mary Carmody. She didn't give me your thing, but anyway, the Midwest Veterans Closet, blankets,
Oh, yeah.
pillows,
Sheets. Towels.
Wow.
anything that you might have. If you could just wash it and dry it and fold it and put it in a bag and then bring it up. If they've got household goods and they can't bring it to you, is there someone that would be able, Mary, to come to pick it up?
We don't have pickup for delivery service,
Service.
but occasionally a volunteer with a truck would come
Ah,
and pick up.
a volunteer with a truck. What if they have a bed? They're moving to a smaller location, and they've got a bed. It was a guest room bed, and they never used it.
They have to go from their house, to the person that needs it house, because we don't have no way
To store it.
storage.
Okay, so, but they can contact you.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, and you're on the internet, and you're on the web, and you're on whatever else.
MidwestVeteransCloset.org.
Okay,
Phone numbers, address, all the
okay,
information.
MidwestVeteransCloset.org.
And the list of what we need.
Okay. Oh, you have a list. Okay. Okay. A wish list. Okay. Now that Santa is right around the corner, you know, we need to do that too. Any giveaway with turkeys or anything like that? Hams, turkeys?
We gave away 63 turkeys for Thanksgiving.
Wow.
For Thanksgiving.
So we'll be hoping to get some ham for Christmas to give away.
Okay. That'll be very nice. That'll be very nice. Well, Russ, what else is it that you could say that?
Well, you know, if say they're going out for a job interview from the Building 66 at the VA by the
Yeah.
hospital, they'll come up to us. They'll leave there, could have a brand new suit, $200 suit,
Yeah,
shoes, things they don't have.
they don't have.
And so we're there to help them. Look at a job resume. These people here can help them. There's so much help available, okay? And if they come and see them, if they want to volunteer, Mary or Carrie, and they'll put them to work. But
Well,
it's not work.
it's-
The work is not the right word.
No, it's with the joy of giving.
Giving.
Right.
There you go. And this season, hey, what
Yeah.
perfect timing.
Yeah.
They do need help.
Help.
Oh yes, they do need help.
Could be little elves. If you got little bells or something on your little, they need help. They definitely need help.
And a lot of times I ask the donor, will they like to just when they bring their stuff, they like to put it on the shelf themselves or hang their own clothes. That way they know where the stuff is going. And they can see the need themselves.
You know, this is very good thinking because if you just bring it and leave it
Leave it,
and
yeah.
walk away,
Right.
you don't know. But if that's yours, it's your giving. You put it on a shelf. You see someone come by and need it, take it. They're using it.
Right.
They need it. They need it to survive.
Right. And they
This
can
is
get a donation form too.
This is survival. Oh, okay. They get a
Donate.
donation. Oh, good. Good. Excellent. Very good. Very good.
It's very well organized. I mean, if people want to volunteer, another perfect. There's other organizations too. Don't get me wrong, but
I
there's bad
understand.
ones too.
Okay.
This is to me, is a very good one. I wouldn't be there, and you know, I've been pretty fussy about this all my whole life.
Well,
you know,
Sergeant George said, because they said, you know, a lot of people just want to write a check or whatever. He said, no, don't do that. Don't do that. He said, you don't know some of these organizations. They claim that they are, but they're not what they say they represent.
right?
He said, if you know them, that's different. But just don't write a check and mail it in. You don't know where it's going. Unfortunately, there are some good places that miss out on that. But if you've got clothes to give, that's the best situation you can, and you give it with a good heart. You're giving it to someone who needs it. I can't wear those shoes. They don't fit my feet anymore. And someone could use it. Brand new, brand new. And
Even if they do want to write a check, make sure they put Midwest Veterans Closet.
they would write it to people that they know.
Right,
To the
Midwest
people that they
Veterans
know.
Closet.
I can't believe this hour is almost over. We only have a couple more minutes, but you will promise you come back, won't you?
Absolutely.
You'll come back.
Come back anytime.
You'll come back.
I can't wait till they get the new building because of the furniture. We get a lot of requests for furniture.
Furniture.
A lot of times now they can't fulfill those requests.
Yeah.
But it'll be fine when they get a new apartment or something. They need furniture. A lot of people want to donate furniture.
They-
They've got no place to
They
put
need
it.
a bed to sleep on. They sleep on the floor and sleeping bags. They need stuff.
Yeah, we need a lot of sleeping bags.
Oh, we
too.
just the other day we had 3 come in, 3 sleeping bags. They're gone in no time.
Yeah. Please help. Please help. These are veterans that fight for our freedom, freedom for other countries and their people, and ask nothing for themselves. But if they have to come for help, we should be there to give them a hand up, not just a hand out. This is very
Very nice,
important.
very nice.
So please be heartful and mindful of who these people are. I am certainly, because I have those 2 stars right here for my sons. And so I want to thank everybody for what you do. You do wonderful things, Mary, Carrie, Russ, wonderful things.
Thank you.
You do it with the goodness of your heart, and I know there are other organizations, church organizations, whatever, that they would like your help as well. You know, but this is hands-on and a face-to-face, one-on-one. You can. It's not just drop it at the door. you see who's coming in and needs the help. You made that story of the mother with her 3-month-old infant
Yes, ma'am.
coming in just a receiving blanket. That was heartbreaking. My music is on. We have to leave, but you will come back. Okay. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing us in your home or place of business. This is December the 4th, 2019, and Christmas is around the corner. Please don't forget the veterans who protect us and the ones who gave the utmost their lives for us so that we may have freedom. Thank you again. Have a wonderful evening, a pleasant evening, and a very safe weekend. And see you next week on North Shore Live, Cooper's Corner. God bless and thank you for all that you do and all that you will do. Thank you. Good evening.